Hi everyone, welcome to English with Sepid. Today we are going to work on a very important grammatical point. So before going to our lesson, just take a look at this link above, touch the link and watch the previous sessions. Okay, so now let's get started with our grammar. So here we are going to talk about have and have got. Has got. Okay, so let's go to understand when we use them. Okay, what's the differences like this? Okay, what are the differences actually? So let's go. Here it says I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Okay, you know that. They are our subject pronouns. Now, according to these subject pronouns, if we want to bring have, okay, we need these subject pronouns. Okay, so I have, we have, you have, they have. Okay, so it means they possess. For instance, I have a red scarf. Okay, like this. We have a house. Okay, my family and I. Now, you have a teacher. Okay, so they have books. They have books. So something that is ours, okay, that is our possession. Just pay attention to that. Okay, next part. He has, okay, for he, she, it, we use has, okay. So he has a house. She has blue eyes. It has, okay? For instance, an animal, okay? We can say it has a beautiful tail. So pay attention to that. We use have for these and has for these. Now, how about have got? Okay? So have got has the same meaning as have, okay? But mostly it is used in British English, okay? So let's go. For instance, instead of saying, I have a red scarf, okay? I should say, I have got, okay? I can say, I have got a red scarf, or I've got a red scarf, okay? So this is the short form. Have got and I've got. So we've got, you've got, and they've got, okay? Again, the synonym, so it means they have, that's it, okay? You can use both of them. I have or I've got. Now, how about for has, okay? As an alternative or replacement for has, we can use has got, okay? So for instance, he has a house. You can say he has got a house. So the short form, he's got a house. He's got a house, okay? So she's got a dog, okay? It's got beautiful eyes, okay? We're talking about an animal. It's got beautiful eyes. So we use has got for he, she, it, and have got for I, we, you, they. That's all, okay? So let's go for more points and learn more. Now, let's go to the examples. I have hazel eyes. So I'm talking about my eyes. I have hazel eyes. Now, I can also say, I've got hazel eyes. There's no difference, okay? Only I've got is British. Tom has two sisters. Tom has two sisters. Or Tom's got. Tom has got, okay? Tom's got two sisters. Now, next example, our car. Our car is it, okay? So, our car has two doors. Or, our car has got two doors. So, our car has two doors. Our car's got. It means our car has got. Our car's got 2 doors. Now next, they have a horse. They have a horse, okay? Or we can say they've got a horse. They have got a horse. They've got a horse. That's it. So these were the examples. Now let's go to the negative form. Now let's go to the negative form of have, has, okay? And have got and has got. So the negative forms are like this. Don't have, okay? Don't have, haven't got, okay? Doesn't have, so this is the negative form of has. Has changes into have, and here we put doesn't. So doesn't have and hasn't got, okay? So let's go to the examples. I don't have a car. I don't have a car, okay? Or we can say, I haven't got a car. I haven't got a car. So they don't have any children. Or they haven't got any children. These are the same, okay? So let's go. It doesn't have a garage. We are talking about a house, okay? It doesn't have a garage, or it hasn't got a garage. So these were the negative forms. Let's go to the question forms. Let's go to the question forms, okay? So the question forms and short answers, yes, no questions. So here it says, if you want to ask a question, okay, or change have, the sentence that contains have, into a question form, we should say, do you have, okay, do you have. For has, okay, if we want to change that in a question form, does he have, okay. For I, you, we, they, we use this formula in question. For he, she, it, this formula is the best one, okay? So, do you have, does he have? Now, if you want to change have got or has got into a question form, so we should say, have you got, okay? Do you have or have you got? Does he have or has he got? Okay, for has, we say has he got. For he, she, it. So let's go to the examples here. The first example. Do you have a camera? Do you have a camera? Okay, so we can answer in a short form. So here our auxiliary is do. We should use do in order to answer this question. Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. Now the next question form, have you got a camera? So the same meaning. Have you got a camera? And here, yes, I have. Okay, because this is the auxiliary. So, yes, I have. If we ask a question using do, you should answer, yes, I do. If we ask the question starting with have, we should say, have you got? And yes, I have. Let's go to the negative answers. Here, do you have a camera? You can say, no, I don't. No, I don't. Again, we use do, okay? Have you got a camera? No, I haven't. So you should answer using have here. So no, I haven't. Let's go to the next example. For she, he, it, okay, we use does, okay? Does Jennifer, Jennifer is she. Does Jennifer have a car? Does Jennifer have a car? Now the answer, we should use does, okay? Because this is the auxiliary verb here. We should say, yes, she does. Okay, does Jennifer have a car? Yes, she does. Now, next part. Has Jennifer got? Has she got? Okay, has Jennifer got a car? So we should use has here as an answer. So we say, yes, she has. Yes, she has. So let's go to the negative form. Does Jennifer have a car? If we want to make it in a negative form, we should use does and not. We should add not. No, she doesn't. Now here, has Jennifer got a car? No, she hasn't. Pay attention, okay? So these two question forms are the same, okay? Only you can just use whatever alternative that you like, okay? And notice that the British people use this one more, okay? So that's the case. Now, let's go to practice part. Now, let's go to the practice section. In this section, we are going to just try to fill in the blanks using the grammatical points that we learned, okay? So we can either put have or has. The negative form don't have, doesn't have, okay? So, or instead of these, we can use have got or has got, okay? Haven't got and hasn't got. They are the negative forms. So the question forms, you know that. Do you have, okay? Or does he have? Have you got? Or has he got? Like this. And the short answers, okay? Let's go. So this is an affirmative sentence, okay? So let's go. She a headache. She a headache. We can say she has, okay, a headache. Or we can say she has got a headache. Both are correct, okay? For I have a headache. I've got a headache. Now let's go to the negative form, okay? Mariko, a job. So Mariko, so because Mariko is the third person, okay? So we should just use has instead of have, or as a negative form, we should use Mariko doesn't have, okay? So this is one possibility. Another one, Mariko hasn't got, okay? Doesn't have, hasn't got. Now let's go to the question form, okay? So here we have they. So we should use do, okay? Do they have a daughter? Or we can say, have they got a daughter? So this is another alternative. So the answer, yes, they do for the first alternative, okay? Or yes, they have for the second alternative. So both are correct. Let's go to the next form, okay? For she. Now question form. For she, we should use does. Does she have blonde hair? Does she have blonde hair? Okay. Or has she got blonde hair? So no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Or no, she hasn't. Okay, so that was all about this part. I hope that you learned and try to use this grammar you're speaking. That's the end of this session. See you next session.